I changed up the camera angle. Does does this look more professional? It's, I, I tried. So yeah, sticking to the theme now. The Mind Blow Mondays and whatnot. Even though this isn't a Mind Blow Monday, my channel, like I said, it's going in a more professional direction, and I said I wanted to talk about my passions and whatnot. Originally, I just wanted to talk about all the passions I had and, diverse through that. But I'm starting to think that I might kind of stick to mostly actually wrestling stuff, kind of stick with that, because things are actually kind of getting out there. Things are getting acknowledged by big people, and it's really blowing things up. Yeah, stuff much bigger than me is actually acknowledging my stuff. So first of all, thank you, Christian Miracle, for commenting on my video, man. That's super crazy. I didn't think you would actually see the video. I knew I left a comment on your videos saying I was making a video, but honestly, I thought, like, at best, maybe some of your viewers would come over and see. I wasn't sure that you would see it, and honestly, that's the coolest thing ever, that you actually came over and checked it out. Really appreciate it, man. That's awesome. So, continuing with this theme, I kind of understand that, this wasn't the plan from the beginning, and talking about wrestling now, some of my viewers might be a little confused from that choice. I know a lot of them are just friends and family and stuff, and they're not super big into wrestling, so they might be a little confused and alienated through this decision. So this is kind of why I'm making this video, to kind of sum up why I enjoy wrestling and what's to enjoy about it. So, just to start off, what I love about it is it's something I just respect. I love entertainment. I love watching all the movies and shows and all that kind of stuff that's solely made to entertain an audience. And this is just why I respect wrestling so much, is because it's entertainment, and the performers, they're not just going out there and saying their lines and being their characters and all that stuff. They're also doing intense stunts and really putting their bodies at risk for other people's entertainment. And that's just something I really respect. I just think that's super cool to think, like, man, these guys really care so much about showing the audience a good time that they'll go through tables, they'll get whacked with chairs, they'll get whacked with ladders and all that kind of stuff, and it's just crazy to see. And I mean, that stuff's not fake and whatnot. Like, when somebody busts a chair on somebody's back, they busted that chair on their back. That's not fake. There are some kendo sticks and they, like, break in half and whatnot. As a guy who's gone through martial arts a little bit and whatnot, I know what kendo sticks are like, and if you broke a kendo stick on a guy's back, like, ow, that hurt. And yet they're doing it for your entertainment. And this kind of leads into another thing I really liked about them. It's a media that I feel connects with the audience. Performer-audience connection is just stronger there than most other media. Other media, you have actors come and go, they portray their roles and they do their stuff and then they move on and that's that. You can see good performances and really enjoy that, and maybe follow certain actors' careers and see their stuff develop and all that. But through wrestling, I feel there's just a new sense of true connection where you really see that person. You really start to really see the performer and not just the character. For one, they do it just so often, and some people will wrestle for like more than 20 years and stuff, and if you follow for the whole time, like, you're gonna see them break character, you're gonna see them ad-lib lines, do a ton of stuff, and you're gonna really just see who they truly are. So like I said, the performers, they'll put their bodies at risk for our entertainment, so they really just care that much about the audience, and I think that's more that you can say than most other media. I'd argue that most other people, they do want to entertain the audience, but they also, are just doing it in front of the camera and getting their paycheck and moving on from there. But with these guys, it's like they are literally at risk, they're doing it, and they just want to show the people a good time. Some of the best bits throughout, some of the fan favorites bits through wrestling are when people ad-lib stuff and say things they probably shouldn't say, like referencing other wrestling companies, other competitors, maybe breaking the fourth wall a little bit and saying someone's real name or something, or just, callbacks to other things previously and whatnot. It's always just stuff that is really appreciated, and when they do that, it's not a character doing that, it's the performer doing that. And that's just something I think is great to really connect with the performers, and thus you can just have a certain respect for them, and they respect you back, and it's just a good deal. I also find maybe this could probably be one of the more criticized aspects of wrestling is the storylines they tell and whatnot. Yeah, it's not like a super deep story or anything. They're usually pretty basic stuff. You don't have to go too crazy with it. But the thing is, I think that's what's so great about it is you don't need to go super big into it. It doesn't have to be super deep and all these certain aspects to it and super important details and all that. You don't need all that. When it comes down to it, just look at one of the most popular wrestlers of all time, Stone Cold Steve Austin. What did he do? What was his storylines? That kind of stuff. His boss was a jerk, so we beat him up. And that's all you need. That's all you need. Honestly, how fun is it to just be like, oh yeah, I can relate to that. My boss is a real pain in the ass too, and I can't tell you how much I want to drop him with a stunner too. So I'll just watch this guy do it. He'll just be like, hey boss, take a look at me. You see me? You see me? Bam! Whoopsh. And you're like, yeah, I want to do that too. So yeah, that's what's so great about it. Even though it may be easy, maybe simpler, I wouldn't even say easy, I would just say simpler than other stuff, but it's still effective. You see, the boss is being annoying, so let's beat him up. Fun stuff. Some underdog stories, you get it. Underdog struggling, everyone's working against him, and him and her, and they work so hard that eventually they get the gold, they win it, they win their championship, and it's a very satisfying thing. You don't need deep details and a deep story and all that stuff. You just say, is it relatable? Can you relate to this stuff? Is the bad guy really annoying and you want to see him get beat up? Well, guess what? He's about to get beat up. Sounds fun to me. I can't tell you how many times I've watched shows or movies and I'm just watching a certain character and I'm like, they are just so annoying and I so want them to lose, and yeah, they usually do lose in the end. But in the end, it's like, come on, man. They just lost something small, like off screen or something like that, or maybe they were in an area that got blown up or something. They got their payback, but dang it, man. I wanted to see him get slammed through a table or something like that. I wanted to see him get whacked with a chair. I want to see that. I want to see that payback. And through wrestling, you can actually see that payback, and that's what I think is so great about it. So, yeah, it's maybe simpler, maybe not super deep and all that. Maybe it's little fantasy experiencing and all that. But you know what? I think it's great. I enjoy just watching some idiot, some annoying idiot get what he deserves. I just enjoy seeing that. So, yeah, gonna stick with this wrestling stuff and kind of stick to a lot of that kind of content. Maybe not all my content will be that, but I will say, like, you know, a big chunk of it will probably be that now. So, thanks for watching, and even if you guys aren't super into that stuff, maybe give it a chance and see at least what I have to say about it and see how you can still get something out of it through that. So, thanks everybody for watching. McChicken Man.